I made a Pokemon-inspired game dedicated to my cat, where you go on auto-battling adventures, and where you can go into a more minimal mode that is more akin to Tamagotchi, where it's just the Gotchi hanging out and occasionally needing food. I've been lonely. I've been missing my cat who passed away and wanting to get a new cat. But because I can't get any kind of pet right now, I'm going to make a digital one. Later in the video, I'll share how you can play the game for free, so be sure to watch until the end. I hired an artist in 2021 on Fiverr to make Pokemon-inspired creatures. At the time, my cat was still alive, but he was getting really old, and I wanted to immortalize him. So I sent pictures of him to the artist so that they could make a Pokemon-inspired creature based on my cat, Shadow. But why are we hearing about this 3 years later? Back then, I wanted to make an app for productivity for myself, and I wanted to use the creatures as rewards to motivate myself to build healthy habits via this app. I've been obsessed with Pokemon since I was a wee little kid. So over the years, I've had a lot of ideas for games inspired by Pokemon. This time it's different though, as this is more personal. I am more motivated to take this project to the end and see it through, as it's tied to making the cat that I grew up with, who was like a furry brother to me, immortal, as I'll be dedicating this game to him. His name was Shadow, and I'll be obviously having him in the game, but I also want to make a fun game. So I made a floating visual game design document via Canva for what I'd like the game to be. Because I'm a professional game dev, I know to yoink ideas from other successful games instead of being original. Like, why would you do that? So I wanted to make faster than light style maps where the battles are super auto pet style battles. And I wanted a separate kind of digital pet mode for your Gotchis. Gotchis are what I call the creatures in this game. When I play Super Auto Pets, I'm never just playing Super Auto Pet. So I also wanted to make a game that takes advantage of similar mechanics to a game called Desktopia, where even if you have only one monitor, you can click through the game, and a lot of the game can be made transparent so that you can play the game while watching Netflix or watching YouTube or working, really doing whatever you want while you're also playing the game. Almost making the game like a flexible overlay, a playable flexible overlay. This also has an advantage for the digital pet angle, as I can just have the Gotchi hanging out with you on screen in a non-intrusive way, even while you work. Making this game in this video wasn't easy, so I'd really appreciate it if you went down below and gave the video a like. It really helps. The first thing that I did was make a Unity app that could be seen through and clicked through by doing calls to the Windows API.
I see through her. See right through her.
This was a vital part of the project, and honestly the thing that motivated me to really dedicate myself to this project, because I want to be able to have the Gotchi version of my cat Shadow on my screen at all times, basically acting like a Tamagotchi and solving the problem from the beginning of the video of me being lonely, at least a little bit, by effectively having a digital pet. And I can not only just have him there, I can also go and do auto battling with him and effectively watch Netflix with him. And all of this relied on me making a see-through, clickable app. Next, I worked on building an auto-battling system. The first decision I made was that instead of building a team of Gotchis, like you build a team of pets in Super Auto Pets, you would be building synergies between different moves and planning your moves and their order instead of different pets, or different Gotchis in this case, and their order. This saves screen space, and I just like the idea of putting importance on one Gotchi as opposed to something like Super Auto Pets, where each individual pet doesn't matter at all, and you are literally sacrificing them and selling them because no one pet matters. But in this game, one Gotchi is really important. I want you to feel connected to them. That's why there is the digital pet, the Tamagotchi aspect to it. So the auto battling didn't make sense to be oriented around getting a bunch of Gotchis and building a team of Gotchis that you're throwing away left and right. After finishing version 1 of the battling system, I yoinked someone else's Slay the Spire style map system for Unity.
Why didn't you code it yourself?
Actually, no. The system was made by a great YouTuber called gamedev Journey, and he made the system available for all free to use on GitHub. Then I expanded on the systems. I added leveling, improved the damage formulas to allow for multi-typed moves and multi-typed Gotchis, which I think will be pretty interesting. In Pokemon, there's only one typing for each move, and in my game, I want you to be able to merge different moves with different typings to get multi-typed moves. This will basically be one of the nodes on the Slay the Spire style maps that you can go to and basically merge different moves or learn different moves. To prepare the game for the more Tamagotchi-inspired features I was planning, I made the playing window resizable and easily movable. Afterwards, I made a toggleable minimal mode that just has the gotchi, and you can drag him around on screen. And you can always toggle back and forth, no matter what part of the game you're in, back to just the minimal sort of digital pet mode, where it's just the pet and he's just on screen.
But you need to make it need food and love and pets, like a Tamagotchi, or it's not a virtual pet.
Correct. So I made a need system so that for now, when your gotchi gets too hungry, food will spawn on the screen, and you have to drag the food to the gotchi to feed it. I went back to the map adventure loop and added some epic cartoon backgrounds, randomized which gotchi you fight, as well as their moveset, and I made a menu to kick you back to when you finish an adventure. I'd love to hear suggestions down below in the comments for which animals or mythical creatures I should base future gotchis on. I've made games before on Steam, like my roguelite Alien Life Simulator, though I knew that Steam would take a bit before approving my Steam page for Ultra Auto Gotchimon. This game. Ultra Auto Gotchimon is the name I decided on, and I wanted to get this game up on Steam to gauge interest. I created the screenshots and art required for the Steam page, as well as the descriptions and tags and everything else that Steam wants, including the $100 to post the game. And I did all that 1 week before starting on this video to ensure that it would be ready for this video. So if anything I've said has sounded interesting to you so far, please go down below into the description and click the link to look at the Steam page and wishlist the game and follow it if you'd like to get future updates on it and are interested in playing the free demo when it comes out on Steam. I realized that I needed a full screen mode, especially for streamers and people who want to record videos playing the game and just the game, not doing anything else. So I added a full screen mode where you can just focus on the game and you can still move around the window within the full screen. This is just the beginning. I'm going to be working on this game a lot. So if you want to see updates on this game or any other game dev content from me, be sure to subscribe. I'll be showing my process making this game all the way from idea in this video to full Steam release. If you want to help me test Ultra Auto Gotchimon, there's a link down below in the description to join the Discord where I run all of the tests for my games, and you can also play and test this game for me. Thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate it, and I want to continue to make videos like this and improve throughout this year as a game maker and a video maker.